if you could use any ability on a Pokémon? Aerialate Noivern, Regenerate a Guard Jump, Intimidate Corviknight, finally being able to replace the bad or mediocre ability with an incredible ability and create the strongest Pokémon you can think of. You can do that, kind of. Smogon has a very fun and creative format on Pokémon Showdown named Almost Any Ability. This mode is pretty much what the name implies, a format where you can use almost any ability on a Pokémon. With this freedom, there are of course gonna be combinations of Pokémon and abilities that are too strong for the format. And these Pokémon or abilities end up getting banned from the format as a result. One of these Pokémon that got banned is Weavile. Now Pokémon Scarlet and Violet introduced to us Mega Weavile, aka Chien-Pao. This Pokémon is very similar to Weavile as it shares the same typing and attack stat. But where Chien-Pao excels however is its superior speed stat, move pool, and its broken abilities for the Ruin, which effectively boosts this Pokémon's attack stat even further. That's why in Gen 9 competitive singles, Chien-Pao is banned, whereas Weavile is not. But in almost any ability, this is actually the opposite. Chien-Pao is a strong but fine Pokémon in the tier, but Weavile is actually banned. So how did Weavile surpass Chien-Pao in Gen 9 almost ability, despite it being worse in regular competitive play? In almost any ability, Weavile can use the ability Technician. This ability increases all moves with 60 base power or less by 50%, and Weavile has some great moves that can take advantage of that, most notably Ice Shard and Beat Up. The distinction between Weavile and Chien-Pao lies in this one move. Now before you say, oh but Weavile also got Triple Axle, which also gets boosted by Technician. Well, this is true, this ban actually occurred before Weavile gained move in DLC 2. Beat Up is a very low base power move that is dependent on the base attack stat of the user and each living team member. I'm not gonna bore you with the exact numbers, but I will tell you what you need to know. With the Technician boost, the base power of one Beat Up hit would be somewhere between 50 and 60 base power, and Weavile would often be paired up with at least 2 other strong physical attackers to get another 2 strong hits around this number. Not to mention the boosted hits it still gets from the other members. Now on average this will result in a 200 base power Beat Up in total. Not only that, but this move literally has no drawbacks. Dark as a typing has no immunities, and Beat Up is a multi-hit move that does not make contact, which is very important to note. This means that viable counterplay like Fluffy Corviknight or a Rocky Helmet user to limit Weavile's offensive power do not exist. A big part of what kept Urshifu Rapid Strike, for example, in check in Gen 8 was the fact you could wear it down quite fast if it used Searching Strikes on the wrong target. Sure, it could use Protective Bats to circumvent this, but this would drastically increase its damage and make it significantly worse at breaking through common walls. However, when this Pokemon gained access to the Punching Glove item, which not only shields it from contact effects when using Searching Strikes but also provides a 10% damage boost, it became significantly harder to keep in check and resulted in it getting banned from Gen 9 OU. Yes, there were other factors that played a part, of course, but this was a big part of it. When equipped with a Choice Band, Weavile could cleanly 2-hit KO any Pokemon didn't resist Beat Up or had the bulk to back it up, and 1-hit KO a lot of failure offensive threats, which wasn't hard to do with its great speed stat. The Pokemon that did resist it and had sufficient bulk, like Great Tusk for example, had to be wary of its powerful Ice Stab. This is not even mentioning Ice Shard, which also gets boosted to 60 base power against any threat that could outspeed it. Alternatively, it could also use Heavy Duty Boots to avoid Hazard Stack and use Swords Dance as a boosting option. Weavile basically had no reliable counterplay, which resulted in the Pokemon getting banned from Gen 9 almost ability. Did you know that Weavile got banned from this format? Let me know your thoughts about this ban. And if you enjoyed the video, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you're new. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.